You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
And good morning and happy Friday. We finally made it to Friday. It's got a nice little feel to the air this morning. It feels pretty good outside. Plus, the words Friday seem to be pretty perfect after the week that we've had this week. So we sure hope you have a great day today. Enjoy the weekend. And it's Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all of you moms out there. It is going to be a picture perfect Mother's Day. I am telling you, it is going to be absolutely amazing. So enjoy that. We're going to be talking much more about that coming up here in just a moment as well. We also are talking about the chances for some rain to kind of ramp back up as we get into next week, but it doesn't look like we have anything major to talk about, which is always good news to pass along. So what's good in your world? What's going on this weekend? Do you have any plans? Do you have any festivals you want to highlight in the chat that we'll highlight? I know we have the Southern Skies Music Festival going on this weekend. We have the Farmers Market in downtown and across all of East Tennessee if you're looking for some fresh produce. And again, the weather is just going to be shaping up absolutely picture perfect. So we sure hope you enjoy that. Let's go ahead and talk about the forecast for the day today. First things first, let's start you off with the almanac from yesterday. We made it to 77 degrees in Knoxville, 61 in Crossville, 84 in Chattanooga, and 77 in Tri-Cities. So at or slightly even above average temperatures yesterday, which just made for a nice afternoon. I was a little sketch at first. I was like, these clouds better break up. There's no way we're going to hit the upper 70s to low 80s. Clouds broke up. We saw plenty of sunshine, so it was nice after a rather active week here this past week. That's why this weekend's going to be just even that much better because it's just going to have that better feel to the air. No major fog out there to get the day started. So again, if you're getting ready to hit the road, temperatures are about where we were yesterday morning. So generally speaking, we're in the 50s and 60s, which is a little bit above average. Average lows for this time of year are typically in the mid 50s, and so we're trending a little bit above average. Dew points. I'm highlighting the dew points for a reason because, well, we're talking about some drier air. So dew points are in the 50s and 60s this morning. It still feels great outside. Tomorrow and Sunday morning especially, it's going to have a much cooler feel to the air. A, temperatures are going to be cooler, but B, they're going to be cooler because the air starts to dry out just a little bit more. Live look there in Klingeman's Dome. We do have some high-level clouds hanging out with us. Got a disturbance to our south, which, of course, we'll highlight here in just a bit. Nice sunrise taking shape from Purchase Knob. We're currently sitting at 55 degrees. And we've got 64 at Lick Rock. A little bit of fog in the valley locations, but a gorgeous view there with some of those clouds hanging out with us here this morning. All right, so your weather headlines, partly cloudy, lower humidity, and a little breezy throughout the day today. Good kite flying day. Can't rule out maybe a couple of isolated showers today. We'll do that again tomorrow. Tomorrow we got another cold front on the way, but it's moisture starved. It's just going to bring us a couple of spotty afternoon and early evening showers. I'll show you what it looks like on the future cast. Mother's Day, sunny, comfortable, and dry. I mean, that's going to be amazing. I want to know if you are a mom, and I know we have a lot of moms on here. I want to know what you like to do for Mother's Day, okay? Because this was a conversation in my house, so put this on the chat. We'll highlight that coming up in as we kick back and talk a little coffee talk here this morning. But on Mother's Day as a mom, and we'll do this for Father's Day, of course, but that's not until June. On Mother's Day, as a mom, do you like to have away time from your family and your kids? Like solo time, like you get to go get pampered, go hang out with other people, and that's your break day. Like no rules, like that's your break, okay? Yeah, you don't have to do the dishes, you don't have to cook, you don't have to do anything. You get to get away, get pampered maybe. Or do you really want to go do stuff with your kids? Okay, so do you want to be alone or do you want to do stuff with your kids? That's the question this morning, so answer it in the chat, and we'll get to work with that here in just a few minutes. First things first, let's go ahead and take a quick break and talk about this morning's Facebook Wake Up with Witcher, Facebook also, and all East Tennessee weather platforms. This morning's sponsorship is Jiffy Lube Multi-Care. Jiffy Lube Knoxville is your one-stop destination for automotive care with 9 locations across East Tennessee from Knoxville to Clinton and Maryville. They're here to keep your ride running smoothly. Whether it's a routine oil change, tire maintenance, or comprehensive inspection, they've got you covered. Trust them to provide reliable and efficient service for your car or truck today. Jiffy Lube Knoxville, keeping you on the move. Drive in today and mention Witcher for a $20 discount. It's Friday. You may need those oil changes, unless you drive an electric car, of course. But make sure, if you do go in there, make sure to mention Witcher because you'll get $20 off of your next service with Jiffy Lube Knoxville. All right. All right, my friends, let's talk about the breeze that's expected throughout the day today. So we're going to start you off with wind gusts. Not windy, just a little breezy here or there, but very comfortable. It's a sign of a changing weather pattern. Here's your futurecast. We'll pick it up here at 7 o'clock this morning. Again, we have some clouds hanging out with us, but we are currently rain-free. We talked about it yesterday. If you joined the broadcast or joined any of the East Tennessee weather platforms yesterday, there's a disturbance to our south that's bringing us the cloud coverage here this morning. There is a slight chance that some of that moisture might have crept its way into the southern valley. At this hour, 7:05, it does not seem to be the case. So heading into the lunch hour, notice the winds, though. Notice those wind barbs. They're coming in out of the north. So if we do see these showers throughout the day today, they'll be very isolated in nature. They won't last very long. I think we may have a little bit better opportunity to see a little bit more rain across the higher elevations, the mountain counties, due to upslope flow. We talk about that upslope flow in the wintertime months when we get snow showers to develop across the mountains. But a little bit of an upslope flow, so the air is forced to rise up over the mountains. And then you can cool it and condense it and produce a couple of light showers. So that's something to keep in mind if you happen to have plans to be up in the mountain counties or doing a nice little hike up in the mountains. We got a lot of folks that do visit us here in East Tennessee. By 7 o'clock tonight, it is going to be amazing. Why? Because the air is going to dry out, which I'll highlight here in a moment. So we start off with the 60s. Lunchtime, we're only going to warm 9 degrees from now through noon. But lunch is going to be a great patio day. Shorts, t-shirt, maybe a light jacket if you're going to be in the shade because the air is starting to dry out just a little bit, but comfortable. With forecast highs in the 60s, 70s, close to 80 degrees in Chattanooga, but still pretty seasonable weather on the way. That's still trending a little bit below average if you're going to be technical anyways. So this evening, if you know me and if you've joined me if you joined me over the last, however many years it's been, you know I love a good Friday night fire pit. With all the rain this week, we have no issues when it comes to fire concerns. Even though the air is going to be drying out, the air is going to dry out, temperatures are going to be comfortable. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, you're like, what are we going to do tonight? Literally, I just asked my wife, what's the plan today? What's the plan this weekend? We're going to be in the mid-80s by mid-60s by 8 o'clock tonight. Mid-60s by 8. So as we get closer to sundown, that's just what's going to make it perfect to enjoy. So if you do a fire pit tonight, upload a photo through the Witcher's Pictures link on the East Tennessee Weather app, okay? Because I would love to start highlighting you, your family, your friends on Friday night fire pit nights. Tomorrow night's going to be a great night for Saturday night fire pit. But either way you look at it, I don't know about you, but man, I love being out next to a fire. I'm not a s'mores guy, but there's nothing like hanging outside, enjoying the comfortable weather. Sun goes down. Kids are running around the neighborhood. The adults are hanging out by the fire, just enjoying some time and company together. Look at these dew points. So the dew points are in the 50s and 60s this morning, but notice how they drop throughout the day today. And remember, the lower the dew point number is, the more comfortable the air is. And enjoy this because, spring into summer, dew points start to climb. Dew points typically are in the 60s and sometimes 70s in the summertime. That's what makes it feel super muggy. I like those muggy mornings, but during the afternoons when it's 80s and 90s and the mugginess is with us, not necessarily the case. All right, forecast low temperatures tonight will drop down into the 40s. So remember, the lower the dew point number is, the lower those temperatures can go. And so it's going to be a nice, comfortable Saturday morning. If you want to get out and do anything, literally all weekend long, you want to plant your garden. Hopefully you didn't plant your garden. I know some of you did here this past week. I was trying to talk about it, but we were talking about so much, the possibilities of so much severe weather. I was like, wait, man, might want to hold off. I had a couple people message me saying, hey, should I plant? No, because we're looking at the possibility of hail. And of course, that's the case as we head through the rest of spring and into the summer months. But listen, if you haven't planted your gardens yet, this is going to be a perfect weekend to do so. All right, here's your Saturday forecast. You heading off to the farmer's market? Are you heading off to the Southern Skies Music Festival? My wife is tomorrow, and it's going to be great. It's at World's Fair Park. It's going to be comfortable. Amazing feeling for the concert and the music festival. But with that said, notice by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we do have a cold front swinging its way through. We'll have a little bit of instability showers. So instability showers got a little instability in the low levels of the atmosphere, and so that's going to produce the partly cloudy skies. And if we get enough instability as this cold front kind of lifts the air up a little bit, we may get a couple of those spotty showers. But they'll be quick. And if you do get a quick shower, don't forget to open the interactive radar with the East Tennessee Weather app. That's got the futurecast, right? So current, past, and future radar of 2 hours. And so that's going to give you a good idea, which, of course, I'm telling you now, but that's going to give you a good idea if you kind of get caught off guard, like, oh yeah, that's right. which you did say was going to give us a couple of spotty showers. So just open it up and go, oh, yeah, it's going to last like 3 minutes. It's not going to last very long. All right, temperature trend on Saturday, gorgeous. We start off in the 40s and 50s. We're going to climb into the low 70s. It's going to feel great. So nice weather there for our Saturday. And as I mentioned, Mother's Day on Sunday is going to be amazing. Saturday, high temperatures in the 70s. For the most part. So nice seasonable weather on the way. Average highs are in the mid to upper 70s. We're going to be in the mid to upper 70s Sunday, Monday. So great weather there. All right, let's show you the big picture weather pattern here for a second. There's our cold front, stormy weather down across parts of Florida. They're expecting some severe weather throughout the day today. You can see that northerly flow, high pressure building in from the Great Plains. Here comes our Saturday cold front, sparking off a couple of spotty light showers throughout the day. That's it. High pressure builds in for you moms. I know, I ordered this just for you because you know what they say. A happy wife is a happy life. I got to make the wives happy, the ladies happy, right? The moms. Are your kids in town or are your kids out of town? And you're like, well, I don't celebrate really Mother's Day because my kids aren't here. But hopefully your kids treat you well. I guess that's another question too, if you don't mind answering this. Do you get a lot of presents for Mother's Day? Are you spoiled? Or is it just like, let's go to dinner, let's go to brunch after church and just enjoy Mother's Day that way? Anyways. All right, so I'm talking about more disturbances next week. So we pick up our timeline on Sunday. Nice little ridging taking place. That's going to allow for the sunshine and dry weather. As we get into our Monday, we're likely to be on the dry side. But here comes our Tuesday, Wednesday storm. That's going to bring us some scattered showers, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder. I'm not expecting any severe weather this week as it stands right now, which is great. By Wednesday, we'll probably take a little bit of break in the rainfall. And then Thursday into Friday, here comes another little weather maker that's going to be swinging its way into the area. So when you look at your rain chances, they're really going to start to ramp up as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see how that plays out. I may tailor that down just a little bit, but right now we're going to keep it about 50%. I know, I'm sorry. 50 is like, oh, really? That's like a CYB forecast right there. Cover your butt. All right, here we go. Today's forecast, rainfall outlook. If you have any travel plans around the region, a lot of us do travel. We're starting to get into close to the end of school. Are your kids excited? My kids are pumped. They're like, is summer break soon? I was like, yeah, man, are you not counting down? Oh, yeah, I am. We're counting down to school. Anyways, all right, so Saturday and Sunday, we're dry. Again, a couple of spotty light showers possible on Saturday, dry Sunday, dry Monday. Here comes our Tuesday, Wednesday storm system. It's going to spread in the rain around the region and some decent rain in some locations. Likely to be a little bit on the drier side Wednesday, Thursday. And then Thursday, Friday, another little weather maker moves its way on in. So when you add up those days worth of rainfall, so basically Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday, we're looking at the possibility of over an inch of rainfall. Okay, so we're looking at some decent rain, but by the time we get there, and it's not going to be every day, it's going to be beneficial rain, especially for our gardens. So something to keep in mind. The other thing I want to pass along, I'm going to tell you one of my biggest pet peeves, and sorry if this is you. I don't know what it is. It's the conservationist in me. Not that I'm like a diehard conservationist or anything like that. But if you have a sprinkler system in your yard, maybe turn that off for a couple days. We've got a ton of rain this week. You don't need to water your yard. The ground is saturated. Maybe save some water, conserve some water, just something to think about. Because one of my biggest pet peeves is when it's raining outside, when it's like pouring, when we're talking about what we had this last couple of days, and I drive through town and I see sprinklers going. I'm like, really? It's raining. We're getting free water from Mother Nature. Save your money, save your water, conserve some water and energy. All right, I digress. All right, your temperature trend, solid 7-day stretch. Average highs for this time of year, about the mid to upper 70s. We're going to be in the low to mid and upper 70s. And low temperatures, cool, comfortable this weekend. And then as we get into next week, we'll see a little bit warmer, a little bit higher dew points. And so a little bit higher relative humidity. Dew points come up. And so morning lows come up as well, but still comfortable. Still great. A solid 7-day stretch ahead of us. Looking ahead, May 16th through May 20th. Now we're getting close to my son's birthday. It's May 21st. Looking at above average temperatures possibly. The signals are there, but to maybe trend above average. When you look at precipitation over the next from May 16th through May 20th, likely to be above average. The probabilities are higher to see above average rainfall down closer to Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama, and that may trend here as well. May 18th through the 24th. maybe average temperatures, but slightly above average weather when we're talking precipitation. So something to kind of keep in mind. All right, again, if you're new to the chat, didn't wake up with Witcher, good morning, welcome. We've gone through the forecast. If you need to get about your day, enjoy your weekend. And if you're a mom, happy Mother's Day. Just do travel safely here this morning. We'll highlight traffic coming up here in just a second. We're talking about those holidays for the day, and we're going to answer those questions. The question that I asked this morning for all you moms. But download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's going to be great for this weekend. If you are going to be out and about, just checking on that interactive radar and, of course, the current temperatures and your daily forecast every once in a while. It's always right there at your fingertips. All right. Did we get some sleep? For those of us that stayed up late or didn't get much sleep the other night, did you get some sleep last night? I'll tell you what, yesterday I had a haircut. So I did the broadcast. We were doing crazy. I had to update all the platforms. And then I had a haircut. I was like, okay, cool. I'm doing good. I'm only working on like 1 hour of sleep. I'm great. And then I got to my haircut and I sat in a chair and I was like, well, my eye just like, ugh. Okay, I need to go home and take a nap. So then I went, my buddy texted me, and I had not eaten at all yesterday until like noon, about 12:30, I guess. So I was starving, and my buddy texted me and said, hey, listen, let's go grab a bite to eat. And I was like, I definitely need that. But I was driving there. I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm second guessing myself. Should I go and meet him for lunch? Because I really just want to lay down and take a nap. I met him for lunch, and then we were hanging out there, and then finally I was like, dude, I got to go home. I am exhausted. Drove home, laid down in bed, and I passed out. Passed out for like an hour. Set an alarm clock for an hour because I probably would have slept until like 7 o'clock and then I would not have gone to bed. You know how that is. And when you wake up from those naps, you're all groggy. Oh, you got to snap out of it for just a little bit. All right. This is the wrong thing. I need to get some birthday ones. Like I said the other day, I've got an audio guy going to come help me out with my audio system, but might as well throw that on there because today is AJ's birthday. It's going to be a good day to celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday, AJ. That's the 865 Candle Company owner. She broadcasts here, advertises with us, sponsors us. All right, so happy birthday, AJ. Hopefully you have a good day. You're probably out at work or heading off to work. I don't think I've seen you on the chat. Oh, there you are. There you are. Yeah, you have a fabulous day, my friend. I hope you celebrate appropriately and don't do anything that Witcher wouldn't do. Probably not saying much. I like to have a good time. Who doesn't like to have a good time? Oh, man. All right, let's see if we can get to the chat of the questions I've asked. There you go, Robert. Yeah. And happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers out there. It's just got a good feel to it, not just because, Fridays always have a good feel, right? Always get a little extra pep in your step. You're like, oh, finally made it to almost the weekend. And, well, it's going to be perfect weather-wise anyways. Hopefully we don't see a whole lot of rain. I don't think we're going to see a ton today. AJ says East Tennessee Makers Market is Saturday in Maryville. Where is that? Where in Maryville is the Makers Market in Maryville? Let us know, and we'll throw that back up in the chat. That's cool. We've got lots of stuff going on here this weekend. We've got the concert. We have the farmers markets. We have a lot of festivals going on. The music festival, of course. Oh, that's cool. We got the Knox County Sheriff's Office Car and Vendor Show is Saturday at the Expo Center. So what does that really consist of? Officer Car and Vendor Show. So is that like to deck out these police cars and whatnot? By the way, I didn't have a cup of coffee yesterday. I was drinking Red Bull. Don't typically do that. This morning, back to the coffee. Whew, and it never tastes so good. Oh, yeah. That's right. On Sunday, from 3 to 7, we do have Jazz in the Park at Imes Nature Center. So that's cool. That'll be a good day to do that. Hopefully, maybe if you're a mom and you're looking for something to do, whether you're leaving your family. Happy birthday to your grandson. Who said it was their grandson's birthday? Robin did. Celebrating my grandson's B-Day tonight. Can we be outside? Yes, we can. It is going to be perfect to be outside. I love a good Friday night fire pit, man. I tell you what, it's probably one of my favorite things to do. Sit there and have a nice cold beverage, some good friendships and family. I love it too because, when we do it, the neighbors always come over and the kids usually just run around on the trampoline and enjoy the evening. They'll come over, hang out, run around, come over and hang out for a little bit. Oh, man. All right. Everyone's saying happy birthday to your grandson. AJ, happy birthday to you. All right, so let's get to the question. So the question was, do you like to spend time alone on Mother's Day for all you moms? Or do you like to spend time with the kids? I think it's probably a 50-50. Let's see. Kimberly says, I want to spend my day with the kids. See, I'll put in my input here in just a second. Julie says, spend time with my kids, blessed to be their mom. Ah, yes. And I learned all about her story the other day when we sat down for some coffee. She's adopted her kids, which is amazing because I think that takes a good soul to do adoption. It takes a good soul. So happy for you. Let's see. Missy says, I like to spend time with my mom and my kids. That's good. Thank you, Portia. All right. So, excuse me. Dina says, have someone cook for me and spend time with my family. That's always good. Kimberly says, my kids are everything to me. For sure they are. Family's everything, right? That's the only thing. I mean, friendships are great, but what do we go to our graves with? We go with our families, They're the ones who support us. They're the ones who, families are tough. Get it? So are friendships, but yeah, family is the best. Church in the morning and then Tim with my family, and then time with your family. Let me read between the lines, Eva. Oh. Mel says, sometimes solo time is good, but other times is nice. Brunch or a meal with your family, as long as it's not your cooking, as long as you're not cooking for yourself and making all the plans yourself. True. Unless you don't have any family here, I suppose, then I guess you got to do that. Now we got a second birthday tomorrow. Nice. Got lots of stuff going on. Ooh, Robert, I'm smoking a prime rib for dinner on Sunday. What's your address? I'll be there. Only best for my mom. Oh, that's awesome. All right, fine. I won't be there because it's Mother's Day. We'll be doing, I don't know what my wife wants to do. I think she's kind of a 50-50. So Janelle, if you are chiming in on the chat this morning, chime in. What do you want to do on Mother's Day? It's funny. I asked the kids the other day. I was like, what do you guys want to do for mom? They're like, I don't know, Dad. What should we do? I said, it's your mom, not my mom. When I lived in Denver, we would always take my mom out to brunch. That was kind of the big thing that we'd always do, or a nice dinner, or like a nice evening dinner as well. So Beth Battle says, I like to spend time with my kids, eat, talk, just have a good visit. I want to spend time with my children, says Debbie. That's nice. Our last cool snap this summer. I doubt it, but I don't think it's cold enough to be necessarily a blackberry winter. Not going to be cold enough. So Pat, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. I want to be with my precious family, not just for Mother's Day, but any time is perfect for me. You guys are awesome. Let's see. What else we have? Well, there we go. Eva, my youngest daughter, turns 40 on Sunday, and she has to work a double. And is she a mom? That's like double That's like double trouble on that one. Brian says, I love to hang out with my girls. Nice, Brian. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Good morning, Roger, joining us from YouTube this morning. Ooh, Brian, nice. Are you? Well, we may be as well. I'm not quite sure what my wife wants to do, but if she wants to get outside and hang out with the family, that might give us something to do. So maybe you'll see us there. And if you do, come say hi, of course. I know, Brian, you would, but some people don't. Like, I didn't want to say hi. I didn't want to bother you. Bother us. You're not bothering us. Bother us. You're not bothering us. That doesn't make sense. I don't know why this is so high. I got my table really high this morning. All right. Probably looks better. Let's go back up. It covers up the big old belly I have. I don't really. All right. So today is my third grandson's 15th birthday. Great. Where's Buck and Cody? I don't know where they are. They're sleeping in this morning. They got tired of Wake Up with Witcher, didn't they? Oh, it's going to be amazing, Katrina. Well, you are? Good. I'm glad you are. It's nice to be spoiled, isn't it? That's right, Lee. That's right, my friend. Come on, Tom, get your coffee, bud. It's time for coffee talk. We'll be here. 7:25 right now. We'll continue this chat here in just a moment. But right now, if anybody needs to hit the roads, let's take a look at those T-Dot Smartway cameras here and check it on the roadways. We've got a couple things going on over near Crab Orchard. We've got debris on the roadway. And so also we have on the westbound lanes of Knox County, multi-vehicle crash, mile marker 387. So let's come in and check that out. Get out of there. Get out of there. So here's where the accident is. There it is. So you got the crews, got the fire. What is that? Fire department? Looks like the fire department's on scene. Uh-oh. That's never good. Well, I mean, obviously they always show up to accidents. So that's traffic is stretching back to. So this is on the westbound lane. That's I-40 and 275. So you can see how it's kind of starting to snarl traffic a little bit. Come back closer. There we go. There it is. There's that big slowdown. Typically we get a slowdown there, but obviously a little bit more of a slowdown this morning. But how far back does it go? Right around Cherry Street. You're doing fine. And I guess that's about it. We got some activity going on in Chattanooga for folks joining us. Disabled vehicle. We have a disabled vehicle. Wow. Got. Let me go back out. Chattanooga's busy this morning. Debris on the road. Thanks to the heavy rain and the storms, probably. Disabled vehicle. So folks joining us from Chattanooga this morning, a live look there at 24 and 85. We've got some slowdowns getting on the roadways here. And a little bit of a slowdown there as well. So your typical traffic here this morning. Actually, Chattanooga's got a little bit more traffic this morning than what they typically do. All right. Let's see. My Mother's Day is nice if the kids check in and spend some time. It's nice, yeah. I wish I could. I mean, I'll check in with my mom, obviously. Let's lower that a little bit. Obviously, I'll check in with my mom. I'll call her. We'll FaceTime. And I'll, my brothers probably will take her out, so I'll chip in some money since I can't be there. Wish I could be there for my mom. I think it's going to be rather stormy, Eva. Are you headed down there? Northern Florida's got a risk for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Well, yeah, we have our neighbor kid mow the yard, and so he started mowing yesterday after in the evening hours, and I went out and chatted with him. He goes, "Man, we're getting to the time of year where now we have to mow every week because if you don't, the grass is going to be way too long." I just drink 1 cup, and I drink caffeine-free Diet Coke. Yeah, I usually only do 1 cup of caffeine a day. Some days, I'm always like, I feel weird drinking coffee in the afternoon. I don't know why. Maria's like, yeah, I slept 10 hours. Whoo! I didn't. I slept 6 last night. We'll catch up eventually. Like somebody said to me, there's like, just go sleep. I was like, I'll sleep when I'm dead, I guess. Ah, man. Yeah, this is for only weather. So John McCory, this is only weather talk, my friend. If you want to talk about something else, go to a different platform. There you go, AJ. That's for you. Oh, Katrina, absolutely. Oh, okay, so it's at Maryville College. Follow the signs to the pavilion. Very cool stuff. And you said that was Saturday. That's tomorrow, I think you said that was. See you, Maria. Have a great day. Amen to that, Dwayne. Special thanks to all the emergency workers that have to work on Mother's Day and all the emergency workers and crews that help to restore power here this week. Big thanks to you and everything that you do every single day. Oh, there we go. Mother's Day market at Farmers Market in Morristown. That's pretty cool. So Debbie's a new and young mom. As a new and young mom, I wanted the day to myself. Now that I'm older, I wanted to be with my kids and grandkids. Also missing my mom terribly. Aw. Love it, Debbie. Love it. So Robin likes to spend time with her kids. And happy Mother's Day to you, Becky. Checking in from work. Nice. So you don't have to check in from home. Oh, I'm sorry, Kimberly. But the good thing is hopefully your kids like to spend it with you. Because that's the ultimate question, right? You like to spend it with your kids, but do they like to spend it with us? Like, are my kids going to like to spend Father's Day with me as they get older? I don't know. Hopefully. So Aaron says, I like a mix. My perfect Mother's Day would be brunch with my mom and my daughter, and then chilling alone for the afternoon, either on my porch or by my pool, with a book and a beverage. Now that is perfect. You get that's well-rounded. Aaron, I love it. I love it. I usually go to my mother-in-law's. Family, adult, and grandchildren. Love spending time with their grown kids. Let's see. Well, let's go back. Where was that? Family, adult. I already did that. Love spending time with my grown sons and family. So did my wife chime in yet? I don't think she's chimed in. Aaron says, my perfect Mother's Day would be quiet in the morning, enjoying coffee and a book, and then enjoy a chill afternoon with family. Perfect. And for anybody that doesn't have a mom here anymore, we're thinking about you. It's tough, isn't it, sometimes? Ooh. Want to see KSO's Elton John concert, and my husband is making lunch for me. My mom and his mom on Sunday. That's fantastic. So lots of good stuff going on for Mother's Day. Do I ever have coffee after dinner? I actually have. I don't think the caffeine really affects me for going to bed. Maybe it does consciously, but once in a while, but not really. I mean, sometimes after a good dinner, like a good nice dinner, you have some tiramisu, some cheesecake, and a nice little cup of coffee. What up, hat maker? You never text me back, dude. You never text me back. Happy Mother's Day to your wife. Am I going to see it today? Might be an Orange Hat Brewery kind of day. It is Friday, you know. A lot of times, a bunch of guys and I will meet over at Orange Hat Friday afternoons before the kids come home from school. We call it BBK, Beer Before Kids. Then they come home from school, and then we can hang out with the kids and the family for the rest of the day. I can drink a cup of coffee and go to bed. Caffeine doesn't really have much effect on me either. Yeah, I don't really think it does for me. Oh, perfect, Jessica. I love it. Actually, I got a message yesterday from somebody. I don't want to say this anymore. I think there's some folks in town that are starting to copy me. So we're going to kind of keep things on the quiet a little bit. But if you do want a camera for your location, i.e. Talbot, message me. Mike at easttandweather.com. You can find me through the app as well. But just Mike at easttandweather.com. Let's find a location. If you have a location, I would love to get a camera in Talbot. My goal is to have a camera in every single county. That is my goal. So how many counties do I broadcast to? I don't know, like 28. And I have a good friend, by the way, I chatted with yesterday that's interviewing for a job here in town. I'll just say that we're going to be competitors. If that happens. But he's a really good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. Thanks, Eric. Listen, If you didn't see it on social media, the reason why I'm wearing glasses, I was gonna say something the other day, and then we just had so much severe weather taking place. Wasn't the time or the place. But I've been wearing glasses all week long. For the last week, I think, or so, because I ran out of contacts, and I had LASIK done in 2007. Okay, like January of 2007, and when about 2014, 15, I guess it was. All of a sudden, I noticed I needed to start wearing glasses again, especially for nighttime driving. So I went and got a small prescription for nighttime driving. But it's like once you know what you don't know, you can't unknow that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So once you can see, you're like, oh, well, I can't be without these things now. Like I can barely see that chat. So I don't want to spend money on contacts and glasses anymore. But I didn't qualify a couple years ago to get my LASIK redone. And so if you saw it on social media, I actually was at Tennessee LASIK, and that's where I got my eyes done. And so I'm going back for a retouch. So it looks like I qualify. So I didn't want to go spend $600 on contacts, $200, $300, $400 on glasses if I'm going to get this redone. So that's why I'm wearing the glasses. I'm out of contacts is all I got. I appreciate it though, Eric. But I'm going to go get my LASIK done. I'll still wear glasses, though, because I do like to wear glasses every once in a while just for looks. So I'll probably get some glasses without the prescription in it. Is that weird? It's funny because I don't really like to wear glasses a lot because I wear sunglasses. I can't be out, even if it's like a cloudy day, I can't be outside on a cloudy day because it's bright. And LASIK also makes your eyes a little bit more sensitive to the brightness. So next Thursday, after the morning broadcast, I'm going to go get my eyes done. There's a little bit of a situation going on here, though. You're like, what's the situation? Well, they're not doing the classic LASIK because when you get touch-ups, they're doing something called PRK. Go research that one. Go Google that one. I had to. And they scrape off the part of your cornea. Instead of cutting a flap, they scrape off the top of it. I know. Ugh. Sorry if you're eating breakfast right now. Maybe don't go Google that. Anyways, and they say LASIK, like you can see immediately the next day. As soon as it's done, you can see immediately. There's zero pain. You just go home and let your eyes rest. And then, of course, you got to take care of your eyes. You got to wear goggles at nighttime and whatnot. For any of you that have ever had LASIK, you probably know the story. But PRK, apparently, they scrape your cornea, then they zap it, and then they put a contact on top of it, like a contact patch, and that stays on for like a week. But two things here. Apparently your vision doesn't come in for like 10 days, so you can't see very well for like the first 3 or 4 days. So we'll see how this works out. And they say that is actually kind of painful. And they send you home with pain pills. I was like, painful? I don't want my eyeballs to be painful. So anyways, next Thursday, I'm going to take you along. We'll be doing it on social media. So check out my stories and my Facebook posts. But I'll be taking you along through the process, talk about it, and how it is feeling if you ever want to get this done. But it's PRK, and so I'm getting that done next Thursday. Next Saturday, by the way, if you're looking for something to do, and I'll talk about this next week, if I can, I've already said I could do it, but I'm going to be a host for a dating show. Does that sound weird? I'm going to be a host for a dating show hosted at Orange Hat Brewing next Saturday night. Like the old school dating shows where you have the curtain or a wall between like the guy, like one guy, and you have like 3 girls, and then you do 1 girl and 3 guys, and you have to ask all these questions, and they have to answer them, and then they have to pick the person that they think without seeing them. They have to pick and say, okay, that person, and then Orange Hat Brewing is going to send them on a date. So some really cool stuff there. So I'm going to be hosting that next Saturday as long as my eyeballs are okay. I think I'll be fine. I probably won't be able to see anybody, but I'm like, hey, who are you? Anyways, so join me for that next week if you can. Orange Hat Brewery next Saturday night. Anyways, I digress. I get on my soapboxes. I apologize. Today or next week? If we do it today, we usually go right around 12:30 to 1. We stay for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Let's see, about 2 hours or so, because the kids come home from school at 3, so we got to be home when they get home from at 3 o'clock. So if you want to stop by, Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Julie. If you want to stop by, come say hi. I hang out with a couple buds. If my wife's not going to be able to, maybe she'll be able to make it today. She's getting her hair did this morning at 10 o'clock. And when she gets her hair did, it takes like 4 or 5 hours. She's like at the salon like all day long. It's always a running joke here. I'm always like, it's today's hair day. I'm like, sweet, I'll see you tonight when we go to bed. Let's see. Mel says, all the folks I know that have had LASIK had to wear stuff, but it was fuzzy for a bit. My LASIK came in right away, but I think PRK takes a little bit longer. Whoa, Kimberly. So my neighbors are diabetic, and so I know I kind of know these numbers. Aren't you supposed to be between like 1 and 200 or something like that? Kimberly, your sugar is 553. Go take care of that. That means you have to bolus yourself, right? If I understand, and I've lived with these, not lived, but I've been neighbors with these kids for 3 years, so I'm still learning, and they're type 1 diabetic, and so their lives depend on insulin. But so if you get to 553, you're probably not feeling so well. So I think you have to bolus yourself, if I'm correct. Yeah, that's right, buddy. Like the old one, like from the, I don't know, 80s maybe? Well, yeah, it might be fun. I told my wife, so maybe if I can convince her, oh, Kimberly, you are? Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. We're thinking about you and praying for you, Kimberly. Take care of yourself, please. Oh, man. Anyways, so I was trying to convince my wife, and we'll see if we can get her to do it, to maybe do a cameo. Since we'll see how my eyes do. Maybe she'll show up on East Tennessee Weather, giving you the forecast. I was like, listen, I will forecast for you. I will put together the weather maps. I'll be able to fumble through it, right? It's like riding a bike, kind of. I know this computer system back and forth. But if I can convince her to, Janelle, where are you? We're going to try to get her to do the weather for me if I need her to do it. Only if I need her to do it. We're thinking about you, Kimberly. All right. You know what time it is? If you got to hit the road right now, by the way, it's 7:42. Always checking that time, so hopefully you don't run late this morning. But the music is on, and that means, my friends, it is time for your national holidays of the day today. National holidays of the day today. National Washington Day. National Clean Up Your Room Day. I don't know about you, for some crazy reason, it's like the mom's and dad's bedroom becomes a dump room. Kids' laundry comes in there. Our laundry gets in there. Everything piles up. You're like looking at it going, this sucks. I don't like this. Not fun. So National Clean Up Your Room Day. Probably a good day to do that. Oh. You're right. There wasn't any music. Here we go. Now we got the music. I think my kids came in and pushed some buttons. Mooch better? Mooch better? That's what I'm talking about. Janelle, if you're watching this morning, oops, not that, but please do the forecast. All right, prayers for you, Kimberly, from everybody. All right, so it's National Lipid Day. We also have National Shrimp Day. Any shrimp lovers out there? Anybody allergic to shellfish? I love shrimp. Shrimp on the bobby. That's probably terrible. Terrible accent. Don't ever let me do that again. National Military Spouse Appreciation Day. Yes. Yes. Let's get that louder. I've got a friend Her name is Mary. I worked with her when I was at Weather Nation TV. She's now the chief meteorologist in Colorado Springs for a TV station down there. And she got divorced a while back and then got remarried recently. And she married a military gentleman. And she posted something the other day that just made me think about, like, which coincides with National Military Spouse Appreciation Day. Her husband is being shipped overseas, and he's going to be gone for a whole year. They're brand new. I mean, they just got married not too long ago. And now she's going to have to live without her brand new husband for a whole year. But the point of her post was, apparently she worked it out with her TV station over there, that she is taking a leave of absence until he leaves to spend time with her husband. Now that's awesome. Not all the companies do that. So good on that company for allowing her to take the time off to spend time with her hubby. And we also have National Provider Appreciation Day. We wouldn't be able to do it without the providers around town. Let's see what that says. It says National Provider Appreciation Day, also known as National Child Care Provider Day. There we go. An annual celebrated on Friday before Mother's Day. The special day recognizes child care providers, teachers, and educators of young children everywhere, which, big shout out to them. We wouldn't be able to have jobs. We wouldn't be able to do anything. Our society is such a society of, usually the husband and wife now work. Didn't used to be that way. I don't know if you like it that way or not, but that's where we are. If you can be a stay-at-home mom, yeah, good on you again. Let's get that again. If you can be a stay-at-home mom, it's a full-time job and it's a tough job. I think it's an underappreciated job for some. And with my wife working in the hospitals for all these years, my kids are, 8 and 10, almost 9 and 11 now. So for the last 11 years, me having to be at the TV station at 3 o'clock in the morning, I was not around, obviously. And so my wife being a nurse and had to be at the hospitals at 6:30 in the morning, having childcare was like literally the hardest thing we've ever had to do in our entire lives. We probably went through 20 different childcare providers through the last 11 years. I mean, because you're asking literally somebody to come in to literally be there by 6 o'clock in the morning to sit on the couch and do nothing until these babies, especially when they were babies or even toddlers, get them out of bed, get them dressed, give them breakfast. And then when they got a little bit older and they were in preschool, then they had to drive them to preschool. And that was their job. So it was part, and then my wife being a nurse, she was like, 1 week she was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The next week she was Thursday, Friday, the next Monday, So nurses' jobs, those 12-hour shifts change all the time. It's not the same every week. So trying to find childcare for us was, I don't even know how we made it this far, to be honest with you. We did have one person weirdly quit on us. Never gave us an explanation. Didn't show up for her job one day. Her job, taking care of our kids. She was with us for a couple months. Was great. She was a little odd, but it's okay. Everybody's a little different. That's. I'm not going to judge. But then one day she didn't show up for work. I'm at work. My wife needs to be at the hospital. And there's nobody there to take care of our kids. She called, and she knew this person was diabetic. So now my wife, being the nurse, was really concerned for this person. She didn't answer her phone. We were like, what do we do? I have to be at work. I was like, I don't know what to do. You're just going to have to tell work you can't be there. You can't leave the kids at home when they're babies by themselves. Long story short, she called from a different phone. She picked up. And my wife was like, hey, are you okay? This is Janelle. Click. Hung up. Like, what? What just happened? So then I called from my cell phone. Didn't answer. I called from my work phone. Hi. Good morning or whatever. She answered the phone. Hey, so-and-so. I forget her name. Clearly don't need to know her name. Seriously, just hung up the phone. We were like, this is the strangest thing in the world. So then, all of a sudden we get a text message. And we were like, are you okay? What happened? I mean, did we do something wrong? Did we offend you? Did the kids I have no idea. No clue. So then we got a text message. And literally the text said, I dropped your garage door opener and your car seat off in your garage. That's it. And I literally text her and I said, you know, you made a big mistake. I don't care that you quit. That's not the mistake. She quit on Friday, the day she was supposed to get paid. Her loss. I said, you know, you were supposed to get paid today. It was going to be like, you know, I don't know how much we paid her. She was going to make several $100s because I think we paid her like every 2 weeks. So, I mean, you know, 2 weeks worth of work. It was going to be several $100s. I said, you're a fool. You quit on payday? You ain't getting paid now, girlfriend. Crazy. Some people, or should I say some people's kids. Just kidding. What are you saying, Lee, here? The Dating Game is an American television game show that first aired December 20th, 1965. Okay, so yeah, this is the game. It was first of many shows created and packaged by Chuck Barris. I remember that. Yeah, the program, let's see. The program, let's get that back on there. Came back in the 70s and the 80s as the all-new Dating Game. The second from 86 to 89. And the third from 96 to 99. And of course, MTV had their own version as well of those dating games. And so that's what we're going to be doing. That's what allegedly I'll be doing next Saturday night. Love shrimp, love shrimp. Let's see. Ooh, you're allergic to shellfish. Ah, that's awful. Awful. I'm sorry. Well, this is your day, Cheryl, and any of the military wives out there. Kimberly, please take care of yourself. Right? I mean, it was like literally the worst. Yay! Have a great weekend, everyone, and happy Mother's Day. I like that you changed your picture so we can actually see you, Michelle. Reboot the Gong Show. I remember that one. Hey, guess who showed up this morning? You're going to need a new hat? We'll get you covered there, Cody. You are a Witcher weather watcher. You know, you got new hats coming your way. Got to work on that. Singled out. So do I dare admit this? All right, it's 7:52. Maybe I'll admit it, then we'll wrap things up for the morning. I also hosted singled out version at my college campus, my freshman year of college, in Durango, Colorado, at Fort Lewis. And a buddy of mine and I were like, hey, let's get this dating show going, singled out going on the college campus. We advertised for it. We had nothing to do. We weren't part of the school, like, you know, we were, I don't know, we were just living our lives in college. We're like, and so we asked permission if we could do it and host it. They said yes, put up signs everywhere. I mean, it turned out to be quite the event that night. It was a lot of fun. So I have done it before. And I dressed up like Jenny McCarthy. We won't show you photos of that. The things I admit to sometimes, I probably shouldn't admit to certain things. Whatever. It was a lot of fun. Anyways. All right, one more time real quick. If you happen to have plans this weekend, or if you don't have plans this weekend, or if you need an oil change or anything done with your car, Jiffy Lube Knoxville is this morning's Wake Up With Witcher sponsor. Make sure you visit them, jiffylubeknoxville.com. He said he's only seen 2 people come in, use the code Witcher for a $20 discount. So if you need an oil change or something, go trust my friends over at Jiffy Lube. Just check them out for their locations at jiffylubeknoxville.com. All right, listen, I sure hope you have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Excuse me. Have a great weekend. It's going to be picture perfect. Remember, the dew points are going to drop a little bit today. And then that's going to make for a nice, comfortable night tonight. So if you do a Friday night fire pit, upload some photos of you and your family. I don't get enough photos of people on the Witcher's Pictures link. I think that's just the general rule. Get tons of sunrises and sunsets and rainbows and storms and flowers. I want to see you. I want to see you and your family. I do. Selfies, I don't care what it is. Anyways, upload those through the Witcher's Pictures link, and we'll start airing those and start doing a little bit more of a Friday night fire pit, because this is the season, or this is fire pit season, my friends. It's going to be quiet. Remember, a couple of spotty showers throughout the day today possible. As we get into our Saturday, we have a cold front swinging its way through. That may spark off a couple of spotty light showers, but don't cancel any outdoor plans. It's going to be comfortable to get some yard work done, mow the grass, plant your gardens if you haven't done so yet, and enjoy Mother's Day on Sunday. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous and amazing. Gorgeous weather is on the way, my friends. Gorgeous weather is on the way. All right. We're going to wrap things up here this morning. We sure hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in for Wake Up with Witcher. Remember, we'll be back for Wake Up with Witcher coming up Monday morning. Monday morning, we take the weekend off. But other than that, we're looking at some gorgeous weather. If you missed most of the forecast, I will walk you through that, and then we'll shut things down for the day if you're just now tuning in to the platform. So have a great day and enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday morning, and of course on social media and through all East Tennessee weather platforms. Have a great weekend, my friends. See you soon.
You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Friday. Finally, some much more comfortable, quieter weather is on the way. Little bumps in the roads here or there as we head through the day today and this upcoming weekend. Mother's Day is actually looking fantastic. Comfortable, sunny, quiet, and dry. Great for outdoor plans for all you moms. Enjoy it, because next week we're talking about increasing clouds and chances for rounds of showers to be moving on into the area. Today, we've got a little disturbance on the way. It's going to help to provide us a little bit more wind throughout the afternoon, so it's going to be on the breezy side. We're going to go partly cloudy due to the fact that this system's swinging on into the area. It is going to form some clouds right about 5,000 feet or so, and some of these may produce a couple of showers. Now, the model forecast not picking up on a ton of activity, but I think we'll have some spotty showers in the mountains, and also could see a few spotty showers basically along and north of Interstate 40. So just kind of anticipate that throughout the day today. Temperature-wise, it's going to be fantastic. We start off in the 60s. We'll climb into the low 70s as we get into the lunch hour. And our forecast highs today, oh man, I tell you what, it's going to be feeling great outside, and it's only going to get better as we get into our, say, Saturday and Sunday time frame. Look at this. We're going to be in the 60s and low, mid, and maybe some upper 70s near Chattanooga. So nice, comfortable afternoon. That's going to make for a perfect evening. Now listen, it's Friday night. Humidity comes down. Quiet conditions. We've had a lot of rain. You know what tonight's a good night for? A Friday night fire pit, my friends. Yeah, it's going to be a perfect night for that. So gather some friends and family members and enjoy the evening, because it's going to be perfect. Dew points drop, and that's why I said this evening is going to be fantastic, as our dew points drop into the low 50s as we get into the evening. So higher dew points this morning, breezy conditions, and you'll feel that comfortable factor coming our way. Because we'll have drier air moving on in, low temperatures come on down. So Saturday morning, we're waking up with low temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Now, we got a lot of outdoor activities going on Saturday. We got that Southern Skies Music Festival and so many things. The farmers markets. I do anticipate increasing clouds, so we'll go partly cloudy. Again, just kind of similar to what we'll see throughout the day today. And then maybe a couple of showers. A weak little boundary is going to move its way on through the area. So again, if you do have outdoor plans, just keep in mind we do have a couple of spotty showers that are possible. Temperatures aren't too bad, though. They're going to be fantastic. Very comfortable on Saturday, with forecast highs topping out into the low and again mid to upper 70s, with maybe mostly a low 70s across the plateau. All right, so the 3-day forecast, we're going to see mid-70s on Sunday. Monday, we'll stay in the mid-70s, so more seasonable weather is working its way back into the area, but we're also talking about increasing rain as we head into next week. Here's our cold front that's swung its way onto the area, associated with all the storms that we've seen. Dry weather, or partly cloudy skies, I should say, today. Tomorrow, there's that frontal boundary that could spark off a couple of showers. That's going to reinforce some nice quiet weather as high pressure starts to build its way back in, and that leaves us with abundant sunshine on Sunday. Picking up our timeline on Sunday, nice little ridge of high pressure builds in. Monday is going to be on the dry side, but then as we get into our Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, we're going to be tracking another disturbance that's going to swing its way into the area. Wednesday may be trending a little bit drier, and then another round of some showers may start to head our way as we round out the week. There's Thursday. Here comes our next little weather maker on into our Friday. And again, next Saturday, maybe another weather maker moving its way on in. So we're talking about some rounds of showers that head our way. So relatively dry, mostly dry, really all the way through Monday. Rain ramps up on Tuesday. Few scattered showers Wednesday and Thursday, so we are definitely going to be talking about a little bit more wet weather as we head into next week. So let's walk you through the Weather Prediction Center's forecast for precipitation. If you have any travel plans, this takes us over a 24-hour period. So today through Saturday, heaviest rain is going to be to our south. You can see a little bit of light rain possible across the mountains, upper East Tennessee, associated with that boundary and that disturbance today. We'll do that again throughout the day tomorrow, so Saturday into Sunday. But Sunday to Monday is going to be nice, quiet, and dry. It's going to be fantastic. Rain increases across the deep south over the next several days. So Tuesday into Wednesday, here comes our next weather maker that's going to swing its way into the area, and that's what's going to help to provide us with those scattered showers. Wednesday into Thursday, probably not a ton of activity, and then Thursday into Friday, another round of rain may be heading our way, especially across the deep south. So when you look at the 7-day rainfall forecast, we are talking about elevated a little bit as we get to the end of the week, especially Chattanooga. So generally speaking, maybe about an inch of rain. Some areas may see a little bit more than that, and again, that's going to be through next week. So temperature trend, beautiful weather, very comfortable all the way through Monday, Tuesday. We'll see those rain showers increase. Humidity will start to increase as well, but not too terribly hot. We're talking about seasonable temperatures. Lows all the way through Monday are going to be in the low 50s, and then a little bit more average low temperatures heading our way. Average low temperature for this time of year is 55 degrees. Looking ahead from the Climate Prediction Center, May 16th through May 20th, maybe trending just a little bit above average when it comes to temperatures and the possibility of above average rainfall across parts of the Ohio Valley and all the way down to the deep south. May 18th through the 24th, seasonable temperatures are anticipated, but above average rainfall may be working its way back in as well. So as we head through the weekend, you have those outdoor plans. We're going to be tracking a couple of spotty showers. Check out the latest interactive radar. It's great. It's current, past, and future radar, all with the push of one button. So if you see the skies looking, okay, maybe let's check the radar. Or if you're getting rained on, if you get a couple of light showers, checking on the radar, it will give you that 2-hour future cast and let you know that, hey, listen, it's not going to last very long. Have a great day and enjoy your weekend.